Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today. So, I will be talking about the scope and career opportunities in digital marketing. I'm Mukesh Hedge and have over 20 years of industry experience in various customer facing roles. Currently, I'm Vice President of Digital Marketing at iNurture Education. I've seen the growth of digital marketing since 2004, when it was in its infancy, to today when everyone is talking about it and wants to be part of it one way or the other. If you aspire to be a top marketer today, you cannot claim to be one without having experience in digital marketing. But before I get to what is digital marketing, let me start with the customer journey that a marketer has to kind of understand. So all of us customers have experienced this at one time or the other. Marketers have tried to draw attention. They have tried to develop an interest in us for their product or service, convert that interest further to a desire, and finally uh, kind of motivate us, kind of encourage us to act on that desire and buy or experience that product or service. So this has been the traditional customer journey in the real world. But what has happened is that in the last 20 years, ever since the explosion of the internet, which is also called as the fourth industrial revolution or industry 4.2, 4.0, many of us spend a lot of time online. It is estimated that each one of us spends about 4 hours online every day, and which is a lot. And of this, more than 50% is spent on social media. So when customers are spending their time online, when customers are kind of involved with activities online, so it is but natural for marketers, for companies to be present where the customers are, to draw their attention, to engage with them, to convert that interest and desire into action. So we will, meaning you can see the numbers here. So about two-thirds of the world has mobile phone connectivity. About three-fifths of the world has internet connectivity. So definitely there's a big explosion that's happened online. And like I already said, people are on Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. You are, meaning supposedly, you look at your phone about 150 times in a day. So that's quite a lot. So definitely, internet is the thing where customers are. Those were the figures for the global audience, but in India also the numbers have been going up with each passing year. We have close to 700 million internet users, of whom about 400 million are active on social media. About 1 billion of our Indian brothers and sisters have mobile connections. And this data is as of January 2020. And this is only expected to go up. Similarly, the time spent on digital media, on the digital networks or the internet is also growing, and it's expected to grow from about 1 hour 20 minutes in 2018 to about 2 hours in 2022. So this is the kind of advertising spend. So like I said, the customers are online, so the marketers will also be online. So in the last 2 decades, the digital advertising spend has been going up from being insignificant about 20, 25 years back. Today, it is close to about $400 billion with about more than 50% market share. And it is expected to go up to about $500 billion and above in 2023. And across the board, all companies, whether they are in financial services, e-commerce, manufacturing, tourism, hospitality, all of them are on the internet trying to be close to their customer base. This is true for India as well. So we have got about the spends in 2025 is expected to be about 50,000 crores on the online spend. And of this, about 52% will be on mobile ads alone. So you can see that the business is growing. So now that you understand the business is growing, right, or the online advertising spend is at a very significant number, let's understand what is digital marketing. Any advertising, any activity, any kind of exercise that you do to reach out to customers through digital channels is termed digital marketing. So this can be both B2C or B2B. So when you try to reach other companies, so that will be business to business. When you try to reach retail customers, individual consumers, that will be business to consumer, that is B2C. And this is true across the industry. So basically anything that you do online, trying to reach, engage with, and trying to convert that customer online will be digital marketing. I just wanted to highlight how the customer journey has changed in the digital world, because there is much more power available with the customer. So if there's a product or service that they do not like, they can kill that product or service. They can actually voice complaints, they can put up bad reviews and so on. And if they like some product or service, they like your company, they can go gaga about you, and you can expect positive reviews from them. So whereas the earlier, meaning it was much more simpler in the kind of non-digital world earlier, today you are expected to handle the customer both before the purchase and even after the purchase, so that they speak good about you, they advocate your product or service, you can retain them, you can then expand into kind of other products and services with the same customers. Now coming to the different types of digital marketing. So in digital marketing, there are several sub areas or kind of sub functions you might call. There is search engine optimization. So whenever you are looking for anything on the internet, the first thing you do is you go to Google or you will go to a search engine, and you will kind of try to find out more about the product or service. So that is called as optimizing for the search engine is a very key aspect of digital marketing, so that your website, your kind of digital asset ranks higher in the search rankings, and you can then kind of, the traffic will directly come to you from the search engine. So this traffic is also considered to be much more credible compared to paid advertising, which is search engine marketing, wherein you have got ads or you actually have your product details right at the top. So which you pay to Google or maybe Microsoft. You would pay them for placing the ads there. But that's the second part, which is search engine marketing. You actually, there is something called as content marketing also, where you would be writing a lot of white papers, FAQs, 10 tips to actually tackle COVID-19, meaning five good places to visit outside Bangalore, whatever, things like that. So you will be putting out that content, and that content will be pulling traffic to your website again. Influencer marketing is a big thing today. You know about Instagram influencers, TikTok influencers who have got several millions of followers, and if they promote a product or service, their followers would actually kind of be more open to adapting or kind of exploring that. Similarly, there's email marketing, the oldest trick in the trade, meaning you get a lot of emails. It is very cheap, but very effective at the same time. So it's a very important kind of part of digital marketing. How do you actually frame the mail? What should be the subject line? How should the content be presented, and so on? There's some science behind it. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is a big area wherein companies like Amazon, Flipkart, and many other such companies, right? They sign up affiliates. So you can become an affiliate of Amazon and Flipkart and drive traffic to their website. If the traffic that you drive purchases a product from them, you get a cut from Amazon or Flipkart, or meaning your meaning principal company. So many youngsters have actually kind of built up good businesses. They have made a lot of money becoming affiliates of many of these big companies. There is viral marketing, wherein you can share a kind of cool video on WhatsApp, and that becomes viral. And there are many such other sub areas: video, audio marketing. There's pay per click. There's display advertising, where you see display ads in Facebook in your feed itself. So these are many of the different sub areas. So given that these are different sub areas, what would you as a digital marketer be doing? So as a digital marketer, you're expected to understand these, meaning the vision of the company, the strategy of the company. You need to know in depth the product or service that you're trying to promote. You need to understand who the customer or your target audience is, and then you need to devise campaigns, you need to devise activities, you need to devise plans to reach out to them, engage with them, nurture them, and convert them. So you need to be a creative thinker. You need to kind of be very alert, look around, see what's happening around, constantly learn from things that are happening around you. You need to be able to express yourself. You need to be able to translate that vision into kind of campaign ads. You need to be very passionate about whatever you're doing, definitely. You need to be kind of understand, meaning you will have to do a lot of legwork here, trying to understand the data that is generated in today's world. Data is generated at a phenomenal pace, and that's true for digital marketing also. So you will be getting a lot of this data from all your campaigns. So you need to kind of understand the data. So you need to kind of be, meaning a total you need to be an expert in different areas meaning to run a very good campaign for your company or for your client. What are the skills required? Meaning analytics is a very big skill that's required, because you will need to understand if you're running, let's say, a paid per click campaign. So you will need to understand what is the cost per click, where is the search traffic coming from, what are the keywords that I should be using. If you're running optimizing on SEO, you should look at what are the on-site optimization that you have to do, meaning certain pages are not showing up, and so on and so forth. So analytics is a big part of digital marketing. Next is marketing automation, because everything is online. Your customer clicks on an ad, comes to your website, meaning everything is tracked. It is also kind of you can also check how and what part of the page or what buttons on the page are clicked by the visitor. So, and marketing automation plays a big role in this. So you will be able to track the lead right from lead capture. The first time they have visited your website, you have captured the lead right up to closure. So you can then optimize your campaigns based on what campaigns are working, what activities are working, and so on. You need to have good writing, editing. You need to have good written communication skills, because it's very, very important for your writing the ad copies, or even anything content that you get from the content writer. You need to be kind of be able to double check it. You need to have an understanding of both on page and off page SEO. So you would need to have some kind of coding exposure. I would not say hardcore coding experience, but some coding exposure would help here. You need to have uh, be active on social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, or Instagram, and so on. So you know what's happening, what people are doing, and so on and so forth. You need to have some idea of UI UX, that is the user interface, the user interaction that's happening, so that then you can improve your product page, you can improve your web page, and so on. You need to run campaigns, whether they are AdWords campaigns, campaigns on social media, paid campaigns on social media. You need to have an understanding of the content management system, because all this content can be easily managed on content management system that makes life easy. So you need to have an understanding of that as well. And definitely email marketing and newsletters, you need to understand how to actually create that. So in terms of conversion rate, so you need to kind of understand. So we started with analytics. So basically you will keep on checking all the campaigns and try to optimize those campaigns and improve the conversion rate. So conversion rate optimization is another skill that you need to develop. In terms of job prospects, you can, meaning, get in as an SEO executive, SEO analyst. You can get in as a social media expert, a social media analyst, or you can be someone who runs paid campaigns on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or different websites, different channels. CRM management is also a big thing. So you might be asked to become a CRM manager to ensure the automation is kind of very smoothly happening without any kind of uh, leads falling through the cracks. You could become an email marketing manager. You later on you could become an account director with your digital agency, or you could become a manager. There are growth hacking opportunities. Marketing analytics also is a big area. So you could become a manager for marketing analytics. And I've also shown some organization structure where you would fit into the organization. In terms of the salary prospects, digital skills are known to boost pay by about 30%, right? And you would be earning much more than your peers who are plain graduates and may become an accountant or become a sales executive and so on. So, as a digital marketing executive, you can expect to draw anything between 2.5 lakhs to about 5 lakhs. As a PPC analyst, again, it might be about 2.5 lakhs to about 6 lakhs, because you have to run paid campaigns. So this is again a much higher level of skill that's required here. You could draw between 2.5 to about 8 lakhs uh, if you become a analyst for the search engine ads that you run. You would, if you are into search engine optimization, again, that's a kind of higher skill that's required. So that would be about 7.5 to 12.5 lakhs. These are typical ranges. So depending on your skills, depending on your aptitude, you could get more or less, right? If you're into content marketing, you are just writing articles, you're developing infographics, so you could be drawing between 3.3 to about 5.5 lakhs. And at much higher levels, as a digital marketing manager, you might get up to 10 lakhs. As a director, you might get up to 25 lakhs. And in terms of companies hiring, so companies across the board need digital marketing professionals. So whether it's Google, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Infosys, whether it's uh, let's say even educational institutes where you actually would join, whether it's IIM Bangalore or IIT Bombay, all of them have a presence online. Governments need digital marketers. The social sector needs digital marketers. So across the board, whether it's healthcare, manufacturing, transportation, and so on, digital marketing professionals are in demand across, and they are much well paid, and definitely they have much better prospects than other graduates. So if you have a flair for marketing, definitely digital marketing is something that you should be seriously considering. I will just end with two more slides, which talk about meaning the changes that have happened because of COVID-19. So, because of COVID-19, businesses have had to move their operations online, or they have had to close. So, you have companies which have people working from home, the gyms and others, everything is happening online. Your education is happening online, classes are happening online. So, in that sense, you have more content that is being consumed online. So, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or any other channels, right? This has gone up. And the belief is, or the expectation is, that this online movement uh, will kind of accelerate and will kind of stay. So, given that, digital marketing will definitely be much more in demand beyond 2020, 2021, and further, right? So, because if your customers are online, if your target audience is online, meaning there's no reason why you cannot, or you, meaning there's no reason or there's no excuse for you not to be online, not to be present where they are and engage with them. So, with this brief kind of introduction or brief kind of overview, I will open the kind of talk to meaning your questions and try to address some of the questions that you might have now. Let me just check. Give me a minute. Okay. So, any suggestions on certifications we can take up for digital marketing? Yes, definitely. There are several certifications that are available. So, you have for Google certifications from Google, you have certifications from different institutes, wherein you can become a Google certified digital marketer, you can become a Google certified advertiser, and so on. So, there are several of these certifications that you should go out and acquire, because these certifications will definitely add value to you, and it will kind of definitely give you a lot of meaning, a lot of knowledge, a lot of understanding to actually kind of take it forward. Right. Okay. Um, so I think you guys. Okay. So while we wait for some more questions, can you name some of the top marketers in India? Okay, now I think this is a very kind of broad question, but let me try and answer. So, in terms of top marketers, you can see the technology companies themselves, they are some of the top marketers, right? Apart from the technology companies, you have the consumer companies, like you have the FMCG companies, or you have the meaning Netflix, or those kind of companies which are trying to promote themselves, right? So they are also advertising a lot. You have the banking and financial companies, the insurance companies, who are also trying to advertise and kind of reach out to customers online. So yes, meaning several of them are there. Social sectors also, if you have noticed, and you might have come across this, there is a company called Esketo, which keeps on advertising, trying to generate funds online. So many of them are actually going online to advertise. And because of this movement online, definitely your costs will go up, but your returns will also be higher because of this. Right. Also, another question is that okay, how do I go about it, right? How do I become a digital marketer? So, meaning this is, you might be meaning getting into an undergrad program, or you might already be in an undergrad program. So what I would suggest is that you should actually try to read up, right? Read up about digital marketing. You should try to kind of understand what digital marketing is, learn more, get yourself some certifications, join programs which programs which offer digital marketing as a specialization in BBA or even in an MBA, and try to build your knowledge in digital marketing. So I think when you try to practice it yourself, right, when you try to build up a business yourself, you will be able to kind of uh, get on the path of becoming a digital marketer. So it is not Sketo, it is Keto, Ketto, Keto. That's the name of the company which is raising funds for social causes. Um, right. So the next question is: has COVID-19 affected digital marketing domain also? What will be the scope of digital marketing after COVID-19? So COVID-19 has been very positive for digital marketing. So it has kind of increased the requirement for digital marketing professionals, because you your customers are online. So because your customers are online, you also need to be kind of online, and you are not able to advertise in print. No one wants to take a newspaper today. No one wants to pick it up and read it, right? So print has come down. TV and radio. That's radio could be a possibility, but again, FM radio, meaning very few people are traveling. So again, FM radio, the advertising has come down. So all the funds are getting diverted to digital media. So digital marketing has definitely kind of benefited from these from COVID-19. Also, what has happened is, for example, you might have actually come across saying that Facebook has got into some situation in the US, because of which many of the big companies are boycotting them. But this is an opportunity for smaller companies to advertise and reach out to customers. So, meaning even if big companies kind of withdraw from Facebook or boycott Facebook, you can actually kind of, as a small company, you can reach out to customers, because your costs will come down, your competition will come down. So in terms of the situation, COVID-19 has definitely be a positive. Okay, next question is, will digital marketing be as important as it is now after 5 years? Yeah, definitely. Meaning, you can see I showed you some numbers in terms of how the market has been growing. So they're expecting by 2023, $500 billion of advertising will be spent on digital marketing. The digital marketing is a very fast evolving field. So what is important today might not be important or relevant tomorrow. It might be something else. For example, 10 years back, there was no Facebook, or Facebook was not as popular as it is today. But today, Facebook is the big thing, right? So digital marketing will definitely be there, but what within digital marketing will be kind of prominent or important, that could change depending on user taste and kind of demand. So yes, it will be definitely be important in 5 years time, right? You told a lot about strategies. Can you tell what are the five most common strategies someone must acquire? Okay, see, five most common strategies that someone must acquire. Again, I would kind of put a disclaimer before I explain the strategies. Strategies are very product dependent, very service dependent. It depends on your company, it depends on your customer. So if you are kind of don't have much money to spend, so your strategies would kind of differ based on that. But definitely, number one, what you need to do as a digital marketer, it's important if your company is kind of just entering that space, right? First of all, you should have a very good website, because the website is the glue that holds all your digital activity together. So your website is very, very important. It should convey all information to customers. It should be search engine friendly. It should load fast and so on. So a website is number one. So once you do on the website, then you should look at the search engine optimization to kind of rank the website much higher on the search engine results page, so that you get a lot of organic traffic. And this effort that you put in, it will take a lot of time, but the effort that you put in will give you results in the long term. So that's number two. Number three, what you need to do is on social media. So again, depending on your target audience, whether it's a B2C or B2B, whether B2C, what kind of B2C, and so on. So you should develop a social media community who will kind of who will kind of meaning you can be kind of engaging with them on social media. Kind of you tell them about new products, new services, new things that are happening in your area, and you develop, it becomes a very vocal community. For example, let me give you an example here. Maggie, when they had this lead poisoning issue a few years back, there was a very vocal crowd which came out in support of them, right? And they said that, meaning this is all nonsense, meaning I had Maggie for several years and that was my sustenance, that was how I survived. So meaning you can have people who are very vocal about meaning supporting you. So you need to have a social community. So that is number three. And then definitely you need to have other strategies to reach out to these people. So either through email, through WhatsApp, through other communication channels, you should do it. And definitely analytics and marketing automation is an important area that you need to meaning develop. Meaning you should have a strategy for that also, right? Don't you think the big tech companies are integrating the feature of digital marketing in their existing CRMs? Not correct, because digital marketing is much more than integrating it as a feature in the CRM. You can have a feature, right? But till you can, meaning till you have the ability to customize it and tweak it for your audience, that feature is not of any use. Can you let us know who? Can you let us know who? Just 1 second. Okay, can you let us know who are the top influencers in digital marketing space, like Neil Patel or some other? It depends again on your target audience. So, for example, if your target audience is you're looking at students, right, or you're looking at students who are into meaning racing, so you will have meaning different influencers. If you are looking at maybe someone who is interested in fashion, the influences will be different. So there are many of them. I would not be able to meaning name them, and there are different influencers for India, different influencers for meaning other countries. There are different influencers, for example, in TikTok, right? You've got several meaning influencers in TikTok, meaning they could kind of their followers, so they could promote your product. So it depends on the target audience. So you will have to do a search, you will have to reach out. There are platforms which have developed wherein you can connect with these influencers through these platforms. So the influencers are there, so they, you know how many followers they have. So you want to promote your product or service, you can reach out to few influencers from them and see how many followers you can reach out to. So those kind of mechanisms have also developed. So you can actually kind of use that as well. Uh, okay. Fine. So, meaning while we wait for some more questions to come up, but meaning what I want to say is, meaning the prospects are very bright, and you definitely can. Meaning you, if you are a marketer, right? If you have some flair or passion for marketing, you should definitely kind of look at meaning look seriously at digital marketing, acquiring these skills, because these are very, very important for your personal development, right? And in terms of the courses that are available, there are BBA courses with digital marketing. There are courses where you can actually get an additional certification from one of the companies in digital marketing. And also, in terms of, I showed you some of the career prospects where you can actually kind of become, meaning, let's say, a digital marketing director and so on. Because you're so close to the customer, you understand the customer, you could also become product owners, product managers, product directors, right? So that's again a different field. So it's not that digital marketing is a field that kind of forecloses your options, but you can definitely kind of go into other fields as well through digital marketing, right? What is the scope of digital marketer as business partners? I kind of don't understand this question, but I suppose it means that, meaning business partners, as in meaning an agency. Yeah, meaning there are several of these agencies who actually kind of um, come up with these digital marketing services. So you can start your own agency. So it is a very kind of competitive field. I also spoke about affiliate marketers. So that's again a big area where you can actually kind of become business partners of different principal companies, right? Uh, Now, can they bring investments? I don't know what investments you meaning looking at, but anyway, I hope I have answered the question. Can I do I need to pursue science in 12th to join a digital marketing degree course? No, not necessary. But you need to have some analytical skills with some maths background, some basic maths background, some basic kind of science background. And you could be from anything. You could be from the commerce, science, or arts background to actually kind of join a digital marketing program. So it does not matter that you have to be from the science background. It does not necessarily need that. What will be my responsibilities if I join a digital marketing firm? It depends on what role you would play there, right? So if you are a search engine optimization expert, then you would have to actually play that role. If you are into social media, you might have to manage the community. If you are running email campaigns, you will have to kind of meaning be good at meaning creating and delivering emails and so on and so forth. So it depends on the role that you kind of take up, right? What are the entrepreneurship opportunities with digital marketing? You can start your own agency. You can, meaning it could either be into paid campaigns, it could be into search engine optimization, it could be into content writing, it could be into affiliate marketing. So you can search on affiliate marketing. There are many of these one-man shows, or sorry, one-person shows, right? So who have become affiliate marketers, who are drawing traffic either to promote books, to promote hosting services, to promote kind of domain providers, and so on. So, or for example, if you go to YouTube, you will find many of them doing product reviews of, let's say, beard trimmer, or let's say some such electronic gadgets, and then they direct you to an Amazon or a Flipkart, and then meaning they get some cut out of it. So affiliate marketing. So meaning the scope is very vast. So you can definitely do it. The investment is much less because this entire thing can be done from home, right? You don't need to have full-fledged office. So you could be at home. You could have a few others who are also working from home with you. So you could build a rapport with them and then start off this venture with you. So definitely there are a lot of entrepreneurship opportunities that you can do with digital marketing. You can actually be a content marketing firm also. So you can generate content for others. So that's again something that you could do. What soft skills do I need to be a successful digital marketer? Soft skills, and definitely, I think the communication skills are very, very important. So you would need to have good written and communication skills, and you need to kind of you will need to uh, meaning, see, soft skills are very important when if you're meaning if you're working in a company, right? Whether it's as a digital marketer, as an engineer, as a accounting person, your soft skills are more important than meaning your other technical skills that you might acquire. So you need to be a good team player. You need to have good meaning rapport with other colleagues of yours. You need to kind of be very, very upfront about your challenges and so on. So you need to speak up in meetings. So I would say that meaning all the soft skills that any other role would require, you would need that and more, right? More, because you are a marketer, and as a marketer, you are expected to be much more, uh, meaning much more forthcoming, more extrovert than others, right? So I would say that you have to be very good at, your soft skills have to be really good. Is Google the only way to implement digital marketing, or can it be done using other services, right? So uh, no, Google is not the only way, but it is the dominant way, right? It is Google and Facebook. These are it's a duopoly between Google and Facebook. So they are the biggies in the industry today, but there are others also. So you will have to explore. Basically, it would depend on where your customers are. So if your customers use Bing, right? So then you have to go with Bing. If your customers are using LinkedIn, then you have to go with LinkedIn. So it depends on where your customers are. So it does not matter about Google, Facebook, or anyone else. Where are my customers? That is, if you are able to answer that question, that itself will make it clear about what exactly you need to kind of, how you need to kind of, what channel you need to target. That's okay. And one more thing I wanted to kind of highlight here is that digital marketing helps you provide services, meaning remotely. I did say remotely about working from home, and you could be providing services to even companies in the US, companies in Europe, and so on. So, for example, you can use LinkedIn, you can use, meaning the different channels, to reach out to customers there and tell them that you offer these services. You would generate leads for them, you would generate kind of inquiries for them, and right from here you can kind of build a business. So the internet allows you to actually kind of provide your services to any company, any individual, in any country in the world. So it is truly global, and you can provide these services across the world, right? Is digital marketing about advertising, or is there something more? Digital marketing is not about advertising alone. It is about, like I showed you, the customer journey. It's about reaching out to your customers, engaging with them, nurturing them, converting them, building a community, and making them advocate. So that is not advertising. Advertising is just one part of digital marketing. So you need to kind of be you should think of the entire customer journey, right? And you should think of the customer as someone who will be with you for their lifetime, right? Or till the time they need your product or service. So it is not advertising alone. It is much, much more than that, right? Does digital marketing have a societal responsibility? Yes, it does. It does. It does have a societal responsibility. So, societal responsibility in terms of educating the customer, I would say. Okay, that is, meaning that's something that you should be uh, kind of very aware about, right? So you should educate the customer. You should, I would, more than societal, I would say ethical, right? So there is an ethical responsibility, because if you are advertising, you should not be making false claims, false promises. You should be kind of not using false uh, strategies and techniques to kind of rope in the customer, right? Or kind of pull in customers. So yeah, I would say more ethical than societal. But if you're saying societal alone, I would say education, right? So education is one area that you could look at. how customers are going to trust if they are coming through digital marketing? No, I think the trust factor today, meaning a lot of these transactions happen online, right? So meaning people are ready to buy online from companies that are they have not even seen, they've not even heard. So I think the trust factor, meaning as a society we have overcome that. We meaning implicitly and definitely implicitly we trust people, right? And this trust has extended itself to the internet. Yeah, there are bad apples, right, who cheat and so on, but definitely customers who come meaning to you, right, they will check other reviews, they will check other feedback from other customers. So that is the reason why I have highlighted earlier that your society, meaning your community building, your kind of engagement with your existing customers is very important. So uh, and looking at the positive reviews that you've got, right, they might discount some of the negative reviews because that might be some competition as well. They might discount some of the positive reviews also because that might be you yourself putting up the positive review. But all that, putting that all aside, trust is definitely a factor that meaning they meaning I think that is a given, so that's not a problem. As there are a lot of factors, does the false who does the false claim? Sorry, I think I didn't understand this. So, as there are a lot of platforms, who does the false claim? I am not sure about this. One thing about digital marketing is, I think we talked about soft skills. I think, and this is important again, it's not limited to digital marketing, but uh, maybe it's more relevant for digital marketing. So it's not important to digital marketing alone. So your communication skills in English, right, are very very important here. While vernacular or kind of local languages are good, right, but meaning English, if you are looking at overseas market or kind of the broader market, so yeah, English communication skills are very important. So if you are looking at developing your communication skills, definitely think about developing English, right? How has COVID-19 affected the digital marketing domain? What will be the scope? Okay, I think I have already answered this, right? So it is, it has definitely helped actually prove that digital marketing is the place where you can actually reach out, engage, and kind of convert customers. So definitely it's a good thing. Okay. So I think we may have run out of questions. I I hope this particular session has been very informative. It has given you a good kind of uh, it has given you some good exposure or understanding of what digital marketing is and the career prospects in digital marketing, right? So definitely you can. Okay, there's one last question. Digital marketing is also helping hackers to access data of users. Yes, definitely. Okay. Uh, okay, as companies like Google give access of data. Yeah, no, I think this is not a problem of digital marketing alone. It's a problem of the internet where hackers try to get your data through different means, right? So, and definitely, meaning it's not only Google or Facebook, Twitter also had an issue about a week back, right? So all of the companies have this issue. So it's not a problem of digital marketing, it's a problem of your data being available online, and meaning some bad apples wanting to kind of try to kind of steal that data and misuse it. So this is the dark web. So there's nothing that you could kind of, as a digital marketer, do about it, right? You could educate your customer saying that be aware of such kind of things and try to kind of give your customers a secure kind of experience. But you cannot do kind of anything about them other more than that. It's not related to digital marketing itself, right? Okay. Okay. I think unless we have some more questions. Uh, okay. So I think there are no more questions. So I hope you have got a fair idea of what your prospects are. And if you want to be a digital marketer, oh, some more. Uh, okay. So about, yeah. So meaning College Ninja and iNurture is meaning something that you could definitely look out for more information uh, about the meaning about different new areas, right? So iNurture is into education. We work with several partners across the country. We have several global partners as well. So we actually work with the industry also. These education partners, for example, like Jain University in Bangalore, Ajinkya D.Y. Patil in Pune, Sharda in Delhi, Techno India in Calcutta, Wales in Chennai. So there are more than 30 partners across India. There are global partners like Strat School of Design, MBA ESG, HETEC from Paris. There is a fashion school, Atelier Shah Sawad, Kotler Impact, the University of California, Riverside. So several of these global partners whom we closely work with. We also closely work with the industry. So we kind of bridge the industry and academia gap, wherein what is required by the industry the in terms of the latest skills, the latest kind of uh, competencies they require. We work on those and we develop programs for those. So we have programs in digital marketing, we have programs in tourism and hospitality, we have programs in financial services, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, information security, digital filmmaking, and so on and so forth. So several of these programs, and in fact, all of the programs are about competencies and skills required by the industry. Now, College Ninja, which is a initiative by iNurture, is uh, a student career guidance app wherein students can learn more about such competencies, such skills that are needed. They can learn about schools and colleges who are offering these programs, right? And how they can actually kind of look for careers in these fields. So College Ninja provides you all those kind of details, right? So you definitely can get a lot of information from the app, and there are many more sessions that are planned by College Ninja. So you should be kind of be looking forward to these sessions, right? I think tomorrow there is a session on IoT, and next week there will be some sessions on some of the IT fields and so on. So you should be a part of these sessions to learn more about these fields and then make a very informed choice on which program you could take up or you should take up so that you can actually build your career in that field, right? Uh, so I think on terms of 5 subscribed courses, meaning again that depends on industry to industry, right? But meaning those numbers I do not have. I think that is, I think, not in my area, right? So okay, right. Okay, so I think let's uh, I think we'll call this off. Thank you very much for joining and being a part of this session. And if you have any questions, you can route them through the College Ninja team. You can route them to me. Thank you very much.